be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theurx 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Today we're going to be revisiting the giant monsters. This initially was Kibler's Giant Monsters, and I actually just got a comment today saying how much my old Goreclaw helped them in going, I think they said 10-0 at the time, in this new Monsters thing. So I figured, well, that deck worked as a base, I'm going to try and just update it. Now, in that video, I did work through exactly how I went starting from scratch to making the deck, but I wanted this video to have a little bit more games in it than that previous video did. And if you want to see kind of my my mindset on making those builds, you can find that. I'll actually go ahead and post a link to that video in the description, so you can kind of get an idea, even though they are old cards, an idea of how I go about making decks for these events, stuff like that. So without further ado, let's get into the deck. Now, I added a lot of new cards, and doing so, I had to remove some cards. And I have like a lot of 1-ofs and 2-ofs because I just want to have fun in this format. I'm hoping that most other people want to have fun in this format, but you know, we'll see. So we're running 4 Paradise Druids. This is in place of the Druid of the Cowl, I believe. This is just nice because it does have hexproof, and it does have 2 power, which is not something to scoff at, because this technically can get in for some damage, but it's very helpful that it has hexproof, and you can go ahead and use any color instead of just the green. We're running 3 Voracious Hydras. The reason I'm running Voracious Hydra is actually kind of to test, and like I usually do with videos on events, I didn't actually play it at all yet. So I'm pretty sure the way that the cast trigger is going to work will be based on the CMC when it's on the stack, because X is 0 everywhere but the stack. So I should still get to draw a card off Voracious Hydra, and what's really nice about Voracious Hydra is you can bring this in early if you have to kill some mana dorks to stop your opponents from ramping, and once you get later on in the game, you can just have a really big Hydra. So that's why I'm running this. 4 District Guides, same as the last time. You could theoretically run the Rejuvenator to get the land straight onto the battlefield. However, I'm running District Guide because it's more consistent. It's slower, but it is more consistent, and I want to make sure I can hit things consistently. We're running 2 Rhythm of Wilds in this version because we might as well give our big Chungai haste, which is always nice, so that's why it's in here. Could be incorrect. I essentially cut some Sarkhan Unsealing for this, but it's fine. 3 Goreclaw. Goreclaw is fantastic in this deck because 1, 4 mana, 4/3, makes your team bigger when she swings. That's awesome. But she makes all of our creatures with power 4 or greater cost 2 less, which is just fantastic because that is the majority of our deck. Obviously, the Hydra, not one of those cards, but it does make it so we can start casting things a lot faster. 2 Nullhide Ferox. We do have a decent number of 9-creature spells, and that's why we're only running 2. I think we only ran 2 last time for the exact same reason, but also I did want to include some other different cards in the deck at this mana cost, specifically Shifting Ceratops. I wanted to throw this as a 1-of. I don't think... The thing is, I think last time some people did play blue, like kind of control decks. I don't know if people are going to do that this time, but if it's possible that they will, and if they do, Shifting Ceratops is going to be very helpful in this style of deck. But also just 2 Ripjaw Raptors, because this you get to draw cards, which is always nice. I love the Sarkhan's Unsealing in this deck, because you don't get to play it often, but when you do, it's fun. When you cast a creature spell with a certain amount of damage, it does a certain thing. Either 4 damage to any target, which is nice, or if you cast a creature spell with power 7 or more, you do 4 damage to each of your opponents, which is just 1, and all other stuff. It's just hilarious. I love it. 1 Demanding Dragon. This is down from 3, because now we have Ilharg, the Raze-Boar, but Demanding Dragon is nice because if your opponent is also only casting Chungai, then they have to either take 5 damage or lose a Chungai. So that's all I'm saying. Ilharg, the Raze-Boar, geez, is great with Rhythm of the Wild. Also, not terrible with Sarkhan's Unsealing because you get to hit something, but if you can just attack in and get these bad boys to come in, it's very helpful. Obviously, it doesn't work with Sarkhan's Unsealing because that's on cast, and this just puts it in, but it has trample. Always nice. You get to just put some of these just powerful cards coming on in. Obviously, it doesn't work with Etali and Drakuseth the way that you would like, but it's fine. Cavalier of Thorns as a 1-of is reach, and even though we do have a decent number of other creatures that have flying and or can deal with reach threats, by decent I mean like 2 or something, I just like the ability that this is going to help us ramp, and you can, when it dies, you can get another important Chungus back from your graveyard. And then, of course, 3 Nisas, because we're playing a big deck. We want some mana. Nissa helps with that. So, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it, why I put Nissa in here. You could possibly cut her down to 2, but I wanted to see how much she brings to the deck. 1 Etali, 1 Drakuseth, 1 Pelakka Wurm, and 1 Ghalta. Etali is just funny, being able to steal Chonk from your opponent and cast your own Chonk for free. And importantly, it is cast, so it does work with Sarkhan's Unsealing, which is always nice. Drakuseth is just a stupid card that does stupid things, and it's really cool. So I had to put it in. Pelakka Wurm, it's kind of the different version of Drakuseth. I mean, they're even like facing the different ways, right? But Pelakka Wurm gains 7 life, which is helpful in a meta full of Chonk, hopefully. And then when it dies, you draw a card. And then of course Ghalta theoretically can come down super fast. You know, freaking Goreclaw into Ripjaw Raptor into Ghalta or something like that. I mean, it's Ghalta is something that's possibly going to come down super quick. But also, Ilharg into Ghalta, that's a lot of trample damage. That's 18 trample damage as soon as you attack with it, which is always nice. And then, of course, we're running 2 Ravager Wurms because this thing, has Riot by itself, which makes it work even better with Rhythm. But also, you get to fight something or blow up a land. So that's cool. You're most often going to fight something, though. So, And this is the mana base, because why not? And I'll talk about the sideboard after some games. As I said, I have not entered this at all yet, because that's how I do. For this, you're going to want to get to 4 wins in order to get your gold back, plus 2 cards. One is going to be a rare, and one's going to be uncommon. Sure, that's fine. 4 and 2 is an okay thing. And just so everyone knows what this format is, when you cast a creature spell, with CMC 4 or greater, draw a card. Narset, Nexus Fate, or Banned. Nexus Fate, I guess because this is best of 1. Yeah, I suppose. And then Narset because she would stop people from drawing cards. So let us just hop into it. Choose my deck, please. Goreclaw's new friends. And let's just hop into it. I'm not a huge, Timmy? Timmys are the ones who cast big things, I think. But, you know, as a person who does have a Mayael deck, it is fun from time to time just to hit I was gonna say hit motherfuckers. To hit people with large dudes. This hand is okay. It's not the best, but it is okay. I can disregard on turn 3. On turn 4, I have some stuff. I do wish I had... I guess I could have put Llanowar Elf in the deck. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Llanowar Elf. In a deck like this. I do assume that my opponent is going to also be on green of some sort. Oh, no. Oh, is this just... is it just going to be elementals? Alright, well, next turn I can play Nullhide Ferox. I think I'd prefer playing Shifting Ceratops, though. Just because that means that if I do draw another land, I can play Nissa immediately. So they're on Temur. It's Temur Elementals. So I'm going to play... Yeah, I think I'm just going to cast Shifting Ceratops. It draws me a card. It does make that a little bit weaker. Because it can die now to a Omnath. But Ceratops is great because it can be blocked by Risen Reef or a lot of other elementals that my opponent might be playing. But I think here's an Omnath on the... No, a Rekindling Phoenix. Huh. That... I mean... Yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah, okay. Unsealing seems awesome. The issue is... Nissa. I do not want Nissa to die. I put her up to 6 to animate one of my lands. Or I can cast Unsealing this turn. So that next turn I can have a better board state. Let's see if I cast Unsealing this turn. I only have 5. Draw land. It's into Ferox, I think. Then hopefully I can play Drakuseth. I think this is possibly a better play here. We'll go ahead and pass. Not sure. But Ghalta, for what it's worth, would cost 2 on this board. Right? It's 12 minus the 7, yeah. So Ghalta would be pretty nice. Risen Reef, sure. Get some stuff. So this is just an adapted Temur Elementals deck, which is boring. In my opinion. In my humble opinion. Oh, look, it's a Domri. Domri could fight, but I think it's just going to plus here. Okay, they're waiting. So I can block here. I can give this reach and then block, but then I lose my Paradise Druid, and I think that's what he's wanting me to do, based on the fact that my opponent didn't actually use Domri yet. So I'm not going to do that. I need my Paradise Druid. So, sure. Hit me. Come on, hit me. Hit me. You should not fight my Shifting Ceratops. Sure. Not gonna lie, wish I drew a land, but I think the correct answer is just Ferox and kill this. Yeah. Draw a card. Hopefully I get a good old-fashioned land here. No, I got a Goreclaw. Goreclaw is nice because it means I can cast Drakuseth afterwards. So, no attacks. So, next turn, probably actually just going to be Goreclaw. If I draw lands... No, because I have this out, so I can't really cast Nissa right now, which is an issue. Ooh, okay. So I do need to Sarkhan's Unsealing at some point. Yeah, I need Sarkhan's Unsealing at some point.
Have at it, boys.
Need the Drakuseth. So what's my opponent doing here? Another Domri. Sure. Just gonna look. I assume they're just gonna -3 here. Try and get more creatures, refill their hands. No, just plus. Seems a bit strange. Do you have a 3-drop to play? No? Alright. Then they make a token on my turn. I can Goreclaw to kill this. What's that? -8? Okay. So I'm going to Goreclaw, trigger my Unsealing, kill this. Cool, I got another land. Always nice to see. Now, I could attack with my Ferox, and my opponent would have to block all of them to kill my Ferox, but my assumption is that they will block with one thing. So I'll go to combat, and I assume my opponent's just going to chump with a 2-1. But we're going to go and swing that over there. With a 2-1, with a plant, sorry. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, they're still relatively away. And next turn, I can play Drakuseth. I will have to tap down my Paradise Druid, unfortunately, but it's whatevs. But Drakuseth decimates my opponent's board here. And that's why I really like the Unsealing, because it's a way that you can actually wipe boards. So, Domri... Yeah, luckily Domri can't kill my Goreclaw just yet. Let's see, if I top deck another land, I can still cast Drakuseth, right? Because I have 3, 6, yeah. So even if they kill my Goreclaw, as long as I can get another land, I can still cast Drakuseth. And that, alongside my Unsealing, is kind of the game plan here. Another Risen Reef, yeah, have all the value you want, man. I plan on murdering the crap out of you. Value is nothing in the eyes of beasts. You gonna attack with anything, or... Because this is on cast. Even if you counter Drakuseth, your stuff's going away. You should minus on that Domri. Okay, Omnath? No? What? Yes? Omnath would suck? Nope, Vinemare. Fun fact, Vinemare doesn't matter. I don't know if my opponent knows this, but Hexproof don't mean shit against something that deals damage to everything. Yeah, have your cake. Try and eat it. It's going to turn to ashes in your mouth. Just waiting for my turn. Oh, I guess I can Vinemare my Goreclaw with Domri. So I would need to draw land in that case, which would suck, but it's fine. Come on, do it. Do it, coward. Just +1. Leave my Goreclaw alive. You fool. So my opponent has 3 mana. I don't know what they can cast for that. Oh, they have 4 mana. I forgot this taps for 2 green. Yeah, sure. I should have hit resolve all, but that's fine. I'm just waiting for my turn to decimate my opponent's board. I'm just sitting here waiting on the world to change. Waiting on the board to change. Cool. Dude, I'm killing every single card. All of those things that you have on board, they're gone. My turn? Thanks. You fool. Just want to trigger this first, just so my opponent knows the pain.
Doesn't always work out how you want.
There we go. There we go. That's why we run Sarkhan and Unsealing in this format. Because it helps when your opponent has a big board too. Get that nonsense out of my face. So far, it's not looking like I need Nissa in the deck, but we'll see. Nissa may be more of a nuisance. And once I end the actual gameplay, I'm going to talk about the changes I plan on making. So this hand's actually pretty good. We have Paradise Druid, and we can turn 4 a Gore. Or my Voracious Hydra, depending, of course, on what my opponent has. But right now, we're okay. They didn't have a turn 1 elf. That's good. They did have a Drover. Red Drover. So I can actually Hydra for X equals 2, and I'm hoping that'll draw me a card. My opponent will now get to play a Forge. They missed a land drop? I'm not blocking that ever. Ooh, that's a yikes from me, friend. Well, we're going to see if this works the way I hope it does. Just going to do X equals 2. Yes, it does. That's how I expected it should work. And we're just going to kill that Drover. Go and fight this. So now, my opponent missed a land, and they don't have a Drover. Lava Coil. Rude. Also, you probably should have hit my Paradise Druid, not going to lie. Forest. Part of me just wants to play the Raze-Boar here. Yeah. That's kind of why. I mean, it's just 6 extra damage. It doesn't actually do much. Opponent has 4. Sure, that can kill my Paradise Druid. Though, that's when it attacks. Oh. Yeah, see, I didn't know that. So that's awkward. I'm just gonna plop this down. Hello! Yikes. Let's see, I'm gonna tap you. Well, this is target, yeah. Maybe I don't tap you. Yeah, I'll just cast Nissa. I guess if I tapped her, it's fine. It's fine. If I tap Paradise Druid, I would lose my Paradise Druid, but it doesn't matter. I have Nissa in a bunch of lands. I should have just tapped her. Then I could have tapped for a green, untapped a land, tapped it for green, and had Goreclaw. So it's fine. We're at 2 wins though. We're at 2 wins low. I do have a comment or a question from my Discord server. Train Conductor asks, when did I start painting my nails, and what determines the colors I pick? Oh, I still have them over here. Oh, it's my nail polish. I almost dropped it. That would have been very loud. I first had my nails painted by coworkers in Philadelphia at the bookstore where I worked. They legit were just like, I want to paint your nails. And I was like, has to be black, and it can only be on my left hand. And they were like, all right, fine. Eventually, they brought the paint in. This is one of those bad games, isn't it? Well, let's get rid of Pelakka Wurm, I guess, and just hope that bad things don't happen to me. I have a 4 and a 5. Commune with the dinosaurs. All right, dinosaur deck. I feel like going straight dinosaurs is kind of worse than going Chonk guy, because then you miss out like on Ilharg and stuff, and Ilharg is cool. I assume there's going to be a Drover. Drover would suck here. Could be Otepic. Ritualist? I don't know. I don't remember the name of the card. But then, once I was here for a little bit... Oh, it's Huntmaster. Gotcha. And I've drawn nothing but lands. Awkward. As soon as I got here, eventually I was like, you know what? I want to paint my nails again. So, I went to Walmart. I got some black paint. Oh, it's Jund. Interesting. Got some black paint, and I was like, boop. Then eventually I was like, I want to branch out into Crimson, one of my other favorite colors. So that's when I got the red. And, you know, I like it. Is nice, is good. Cool. So I think we're going to lose because of the slowness. Yeah, I think we're kind of screwed. So next turn we can play Ferox and block. But they can play Alpha here. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have anything. Yeah, I could like wait and see if I can claw back in, but meh. Since it's a relatively low cost for admission, this is one of those ones where I'm like, hey, you just concede whenever you want. It's relatively low cost admission. It's not 0. I recognize that. But yeah, the what determines the colors is just my favorite colors. Black is my favorite color. Some can argue that it's not a color. Some can argue it's all colors. I don't give a shit. It's my favorite color. Bite me. Technically, grayscale is my favorite color, but black is my favorite of those. And then dark reds and dark blues are kind of the next ones down. And pass. If my opponent has an X1 ramp creature that I can kill, then I will try. Nope, that's not an X1. So I think I do just wait until I have Ripjaw Raptor. Yeah, so my opponent's going to get to play a 4-drop here before me. Which sucks, but yeah, fine. Ferox. Ferox is a decent one. Definitely a decent one. Do I want to kill the Druid here? Yeah, I'm going to kill the Druid. It draws me a card, and it gets rid of some of their ramp. Paradise Druid, it's not terrible. Die, please. Thank you. Is my Hydra gonna die? Could get rabid bitten. I'll take this. For right now, I'm kind of okay just taking some dabblage. Do you have another play? Nope, they don't. That's always nice to see. This puts it in hand, correct? Yes, it does. So I will go ahead and play District Guide. And then I can actually triple block, unless my opponent does something. Although, in order to cast an instant, they have to use their Nullhide Ferox, so I doubt it. And because I have Nissa, I am going to get another Forest. The only time when that would hurt me is against, or if I specifically draw Drakuseth. I believe that's the only triple red I have in the deck. So it should be fine. No attacks, thanks. And I absolutely would triple block here. Getting rid of their Feroxes would be pretty nice, especially because it would potentially leave me on a just a Nissa hand, or a board with nothing but Nissa. Now, they could have a pump spell here, and that would suck, but at the same time, well, Nissa... I could also just take damage one more time. Then I can 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 2 green, untap, make another 2 green, play a Ripjaw Raptor. And then I would have blockers following up next turn to protect Nissa better. Sure. I'm afraid to die, right? This is a big format. Big shit happens. I don't like being at 8 in a format like this, but... Alright, Oketra, sure. Oketra is potentially an issue. So we're going to go and tap this for Grin. I'm going to play Nissa properly. Oketra is another issue, but that's why I did not block with District Guide here. So we cast the Nissa.
Together, we will
Get dub green. Plus.
behold,
Get another dub green. Yeah. Another land, so I can cast this, I believe. Yep. Then I pass turn. I can double block Nullhide Ferox with these 2. And then I can chump this. And next turn I'll have a sizable chunk of mana. I'm not sure if I want to Hydra to try and kill something like the Oketra that's left over, or just Pelakka Wurm. It all depends. But I will have a sizable amount of mana as long as Nissa lives and I live. Yep, so they're casting something. Ixalan's Binding on the Nissa? On the Nissa, okay. So I'm not going to have as much mana, unfortunately. Interesting, alright, alright. But we do have enough still to play a Pelakka Wurm, which is pretty good. Gains a 7, and we can kill that. Alternatively, I could Hydra for not enough. So yeah, I think I'm just going to Pelakka Wurm. Who doesn't love a big Chungus? Got another land, play it tapped. Unfortunately, got a pass turn. But I pass turn with decent blockers. Let's see if my opponent has more bindings for me. Hopefully they don't, because that would suck. Luckily, if they do have a Nissa, they only have 2 forests to actually be able to utilize her. 3 forests. I'm a little confused because of the fact that... Like I'm just waiting for my opponent to slam a creature. They have Oketra, I'm just waiting for him to go. Boom. So that's interesting. It's an interesting play. That's a frightening play. That's what that is. I can Hydra for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can Hydra for 6. Hydra for 6 does kill Oketra. Alternatively, I could just have a 12-12, but I don't think that's the correct decision. Let me just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Just put Oketra away for a little bit. Got another Nissa, but they have Ixalan's Binding. Fuck. Go away. Ah, this Ixalan's Binding. Sucks. I hate it. Sure. No attacks. So unfortunately we're at a bit of a standoff here. And Unsealing would be great. Not sure what else would be great, but I know an Unsealing would be. We're looking at my Nissa for some reason. Tristani. Okay. Okay. I assume they're just going to attack with Angel of Grace, not really a reason to attack with anything else, yeah. Paradise Druid, sure. And an Elf, sure. Drakuseth would be great if I could attack with it. If I play Drakuseth, that is essentially all of my mana. So, let's see, they would attack at least 13 there. I need to block. Alternatively, I could Hydra for 5. Well, actually, killing Tristani is potentially just better. So I could just Hydra for 4. If I do that, 2, 4, I have 2. I can play Paradise Druid, which is not great. But technically that takes the most damage off of the board. I still think I'm dead, but... No, that actually would take more things off, so I should do it like this. No decks. So, because of that Ixalan's Binding, kind of got screwed, but... In this deck, you could theoretically run Thrashing Bronodon, it's just not great. I don't think there's another card that works better in the deck, like with the theme, that does kill bindings. I have liked these Voracious Hydras, so that's an important thing to note. Just waiting on my opponent to do their math, I guess, to attack me. Yeah, this is the safest play from them. Yep, play the Oketra, draw a card, yep. Ketra, really good in this format, apparently. Yeah, I really needed a, thingamajig. Sarkhan's Unsealing earlier. So let's... Well, I need to at the very least cast Drakuseth to not die in the air. So that's something I have to cast. I'm fairly certain I'm dead. Let's see. I have to block Angel. Let's see. I can let literally only 2 damage through. I need to block Ghalta with Pelakka Wurm and Ripjaw Raptor. I'm fairly certain I'm dead, but let's fucking let them attack. Oh god, Arena is not liking this board. Alright, good, cool. Fuck you. Darn. I'm gonna do another one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and make those changes now. That makes sense. Claim prize, don't care. Sure, cool, whatever. I lost 100 gold. That's fine. Goreclaw's new friends. So let's make some edits, shall we? I think we might want Unsealing to be at 3 at least. Paradise Druid and Disregard are fine. However, I actually kind of think I want the Llanowar Elves just to be able to go explosive. I also hate that I can't just do LL. How dare you? Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do want 4 of them. I think I want slightly fewer lands, and by that I mean just 23. That could be incorrect, but adding in the Llanowar Elves, I think, justifies the single loss of a land. Rhythm of the Wild, I'm not sure, is super helpful. I know that Sarkhan's Unsealing is much better. Shifting Ceratops, based on what I've seen here, I don't think it's necessary. Is there something I can check on the sideboard for instead? Sure, man. Put that in there. Let's see. Ghalta, Voracious Hydra. I really did like Voracious Hydra here. Drakuseth, quite nice. Pelakka Wurm, quite nice. I haven't gotten a chance to use Ghalta yet, but, you know, it makes sense. Nissa's really strong if I can get her down. The issue, of course, is getting her down. Demanding Dragon, I don't think is actually going to be of very much importance. And I think since I put in the Llanowar Elves, maybe I can drop, like, 1 District Guide and 1 Rhythm of the Wild. Rhythm of the Wild seems like it'd be great for me, but I think this is how I want to do things. Alright, and let's just hop back into it. I'm probably not going to be playing too many games here for this run, because I want the video to still be like a reasonable length, but I want to see how my slight changes help the deck out. Or how they hinder them, perhaps. It's a good hand. Turn 2 Disregard, turn 3 Sarkhan's Unsealing, and we're going first. That's pretty good. Then we can cast a Ripjaw Raptor following that, so as long as our Llanowar Elf survives... Phil Peter, hello. I appreciate a hello at the start of the game. I do like that. Llanowar Elf into Llanowar Elf, alright. Nice. Absolutely, I completely agree. Disregard for a mountain. Or I could just get... another forest. I'll get the mountain. Alright, let's see what my opponent has for 3. A Paradise Druid. Alright, alright. Reasonable. Cool, cool. And we play the Unsealing. And we attack because why not? Let's hope my opponent does not have a way to remove my Unsealing. Oh, really? So they're going to kill my District Guide with a combat trick. Seems kind of wasteful. That seems incredibly wasteful. It seems... that's something I would like to call unbelievably wasteful. You can play a 5-drop here. I could, let's see. Alright, sure, 5-drop. Not awful, not awful. Could Nissa, and then I would just be able to play this. So I'd just play the Ripjaw Raptor here. Alternatively, I could attack in against the Baloth and see if my opponent takes the bait. Because if they don't, then, like, who cares? But if they do... Okay. I didn't expect them to, but that's fine. Draw a card, and I will kill their Druid. Do an Ilharg. Nice to see. For sure. So next turn, play a Forest. I can only make 4 mana, so I'll probably just end up casting Ilharg. That's the thing, right? It's sequencing in the Nissa, I think, is the hardest part of this, because you do kind of just want to continue pumping out Chungai after Chungai. Chungus after Chungus. Multiple Chungai. A single Chungus. That's what it is. I wouldn't block that. I don't need to... I can just take 5. I don't really care. And now they play a Goreclaw. Goreclaw is going to die because of my Ilharg. Alternatively, Nissa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can make 4. That would only have a 2-power Hydra, though. Yeah, so I wouldn't do that. Alright, so I will Ilharg. He's only the ragiest of boys. It's Raze. It's Raze, Justin. It's not Rage. It is Raze. Why are you dumb? Stop it. Get some help. I might be inclined to double block the Baloth to protect my Ilharg. Carnage Tyrant. Wow. Not bad. Cool. So now let us put in another mountain. Or another forest. Then we will red mana, green mana, green mana, green mana. Play out this Nissa. I'll have 6 mana. Untap this forest, thank you. And with the 6 mana, I could cast Hydra for 4. Oh right, fucking, I'm dumb. Sarkhan's Unsealing would do the other. Oh, this is with power 4. I wonder if that works. I don't know. But I could cast this for 4 and make this an 8-9, right? Yeah, let's do it. Notably, Sarkhan's Unsealing does not trigger. Right, it comes in with fucking 1/1 counters, you dum-dum. Let's double them counters. 8-9. Ha, it's fucking great. I don't attack here, I don't think. My board position is better than theirs. No reason to risk my Ilharg or my Goreclaw. So, we're all good. Next turn I can Goreclaw Paradise Druid, yada yada yada. I'm looking for one of my big plays. The biggest of Chungai. Drakuseth on this board. Oh no, it's another Carnage Tyrant. Whatever will I do? I don't care about your Carnage Tyrants, dude. I have a bigger Chungus. Oh, Rhythm of the Wild. This is the Rhythm of the Wild. The Wild. Why would you do this? Alright, fucking full control. Wait, no. Wait. How do I do this? Gameplay? No. Alright, well, apparently I would like to pay with red. I just hate so much. Sure, whatever. I'll use the damn Llanowar Elves then. Fuck. What am I talking about? I can just cast Goreclaw with the excess mana anyway. Right, should probably do that. One more counter. Why not? Can I get off full control now? Thank you. Kill that, I guess.
The land fights for us.
This is that shit I do like. This is like Mayael levels right here, man. We're gonna play mono green deck, which I'm realizing is relatively budget. So I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, fuck that Chung guy. Come on, hit me. Come on. The face is a little disturbing. Ferox? Sure, have Ferox. That said, I do need to, you know, draw some cards. Don't have very many ways of doing that. That ain't it, Chief. I mean, I guess I just start attacking in with Ripjaw Raptor. Because I doubt they're actually going to block it, because then it just draws me cards. Okay. You shouldn't block this, you shouldn't block this. 4 damage is not that much. Shouldn't have done it. I guess they're afraid of, like, a big pump here. I mean, for what it's worth, having this out. Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to draw a card. Go through my deck a little bit more. Even if it's just a land, that's a land I'm not going to draw next turn. But it wasn't a land. Just elf in here. I'm just gonna make a fucking huge Hydra. It's going to be swole AF. Let's just replace the mana. Why not? Boom. Untap. Okay, thank you. Let's see. That would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Just make a 20, 21. Am I done? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. What the fuck is happening right now? Did I quadruple it somehow? Am I dumb? Also, what? How'd I still miscount? Whatever. Fucking haste. I don't give a shit. Double them counters. What's up, motherfucker? Ah, shit, I attacked first. Darn. Meh. Yeah, I miscounted somehow, like horribly. I thought I counted those. So it was 2 green. Then you add 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. But it didn't tap these. Why am I so dumb? Why can't I do basic math? You dumb motherfucker. I was counting the force as individual instead of 2. You stupid son of a bastard. Ronus, wow! I don't care. I have a 2021, my friend. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go block, shall we? Let's see, it's a 12-6. I don't really need Ilharg anymore. In fact, it's better to be in the deck so I can actually use it. So let's see. Well, this is a pretty easy block here. And I could chuck away my Voracious Hydra, but I don't really need to. Easy chump, because I don't actually care. And then I could just Druid plus Mountain here. I just realized I'm blocking everything. Yeah, why not? You have any plays? I've seen better plays. I've been a star of better plays. Heck yeah, man. I took 6. A lot of your stuff dies. Take that action. And I drew a district guide. I mean, I still want that ability, so.
Be wary of the ground.
Well, this is gonna attack. This is gonna attack. This is gonna attack. This gives it to all of them? No, just power 4 greater. Darn, the rich only get richer. Yeah. I have 36 power worth of blockers, or worth of attacks. My opponent has a total of 24 life. They are dead. They are incredibly dead. Just waiting for him to realize. Oh no. My Voracious Hydra will die. I mean, yeah, you block the Goreclaw, because the Goreclaw is fine. The issue, of course, is the incredible death. My Hydra, no! So, okay, Hydra, I like. I really like the versatility of Hydra, playing it early on to kill those dorks, or later in the game to actually be sizable, right? I really like the Hydra. Once again, I'm going to look at the deck a little, just to talk a little bit more about what I do and don't like. Llanowar Elves, I think, is reasonable. Rhythm of the Wild, I actually think is kind of an underperformer. I don't really think you need this card. Dropping down to 23 lands seems to be fine. Honestly, you could probably drop one of the having haste, yes, it's nice, but I just don't think it's necessary to take up a card slot, and I would rather just have another card that draws another card, right? So I would say, honestly, probably add in another Ripjaw or Nullhide Ferox. Ilharg is fine, but, you know, we're not always going to have something to pop in. Like, the high end you can kind of just do a la mode. If you want more Ghaltas for whatever reason, you can do that. You want more Pelakka Wurms to make sure to gain life. You want more Ravager Wurms, you know, all of that stuff. Kind of the Cavalier, and then Etali up, except for the Hydra. I think these are all things that you can change to try and get more or less of what you want, because these are just like those extra cards, right? The main chunk of the deck is kind of just having the Sarkhan, Unsealing, and Goreclaws, really, and then Nissa. And I actually think Voracious Hydra outperformed, right? I think that it did a lot better than I expected. I could even see bumping this up to 4. Once again, possibly for that Rhythm of the Wild. Yeah, no, I think it's a decent deck for you all to play from. These are some of the other cards. I don't know why I did that. These are some of the other cards that I considered. Arboreal Grazer to put more lands in immediately, but I do think that Llanowar Elf is slightly better because you get multiple uses out of it, where this is just a one-time thing. It does have a nice blocking, but man. Incubation Druid, we do make a lot of mana, but I like the fact that I can make red mana with what's her name, even if I don't have a red line for whatever reason. Also, Dax Roof is, in my opinion, important. Rabid Bite and Diamond's Ambush are removal spells. However, in this format, you probably want to play as much actual creatures as possible, and I just don't think I need them in the deck since I have Sarkhan and Unsealing. Thunder Herd Migration, something I had in the old version, not necessary because we don't have as many dinosaurs this time. Vivian, I thought might be interesting, but we don't really need the draw as long as we like. Excuse me, playing this gives you the flash, but who cares? Like, it can help sometimes, but for the most part, if we just have a creature, then we get to draw a card anyway, right? So, meh. Nab is interesting, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's necessary. Nightpack Ambusher is cool because of the flash thing, but I think you would have to make a more dedicated flash deck, right? Like, you'd probably want the Vivians, you'd want the Nightpack Ambushers, because you'd want to be doing things on your opponent's turn, right? You wouldn't want to be doing things on your turn, because then you don't get the slight extra value of the 2/2s, but meh, I don't think it's worth running. Domri, kind of the same reason I'm not really running Vivian. It's like, I would rather just have more creatures. And yes, this -3s to potentially get 2 creatures, but at the same time, I'd rather just cast a 4-drop. That's, like, strong and stuff. But, I don't know, I could be wrong. You might want to play this instead. Maybe you don't have Nissas, play Domri if you have them. Cavalier of Flame, the red's a bit more restrictive, and we don't really care as much about it. Meh. Scarring Hellkite is cool, but the active ability is not as strong as it could be in other situations. Ronus, you saw my opponent, doubling up your counters, or your power, especially when you have Voracious Hydras, is probably decent enough to justify playing in the main. I just wanted to use that configuration. Really, as I said, those kind of top Chungai, absolutely kind of up to your discretion of what do I want to play, what feels the most fun to play. Nikia is cool, but there are Sarkhan and Unsealing and Nissa, we want to make sure we can cast those at any time, because those cards are real strong. Mirror March, fuck this card. It never works with me. I hate it. Go away. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I think the deck is poised to do decently, at least for right now in the kind of beginnings. Obviously, for you all, this is going to be the second day, but I hope it still works sufficiently for you. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Salamander, Zin, Rexel, Croft, and Furrygot, for their continued support. If you'd like to join them supporting the channel, you'll find links to that down in the description below, or you can just press that join button, become a channel member today. In the description, you'll find links to a lot of important information, including my Aetherhub account and my Discord, where we chat, play games, and people ask me silly questions that I answer on video. Always interesting. I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope it's been helpful to you in some way. In the description as well, I forgot, will be that old version where I kind of go through how I build decks for stuff like this. Yeah, if you did enjoy this, go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment to the comment section down below, pass the turn and the vid to some of your friends, and of course, until next time, all will be one, because we're fractions, apparently.